wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, I will tell you a beautiful, funny, and touching story from a novel called The Accidental Family, written by Rowan Coleman. This book is a wonderful sequel about a woman named Sophie Mills. Sophie used to be a complete city girl. She lived in London worked as a successful event manager, and she loved expensive designer shoes, and only a cat for a company. She was independent and loved her organized city life. However, Sophie's life completely changed because of a sacred promise. Her best friend Carrie is sadly passed away, and before Carrie died, she asked Sophie to promise one important thing. One important thing: to always look after and love her two young daughters, Bella and Izzy. To keep this promise to her late best friend, Sophie left her comfortable life in London and moved to a beautiful but quiet countryside town in Cornwall. So in Cornwall, Sophie had to work close with Louis, who is Carrie's ex-partner and the father of the two little girls. At first, they were working together as a team to take care of the children and handle their shared grief. But as they spent more time together, facing chaotic and beautiful world of parenting, they slowly, naturally fell in love. Now, 6 months later, Sophie is trying her best to learn how to be a good mother figure, but she constantly doubts herself and stays at a local Airbnb because she's still nervous about making the final commitment to move into Louis's house officially. As Sophie tries to adapt to the countryside life and her role as a stepmother, these things start to get very complicated. Louis is a loving partner, but he carries a lot of emotional weight from his past, and he does not always talk about his feelings. Suddenly, a big secret from Louis's part comes back to look for him. A young teenager named Seth appears. It turns out that Seth is actually Louis's son from a past relationship with a woman named Wendy. Louis did not know about Seth for a long time, and now this angry teenager is suddenly part of their lives. This unexpected news shocked everyone. Sophie was overwhelmed. It is already hard for her to raise two little girls, and now there is a teenager with his own problems. Louis become extremely stressed because he wants to do the right thing for his son, but he does not know how to balance everything because the pressure and the lack of communication. Louis starts to pull away. One day he suddenly leave Cornwall without explaining everything properly, going to deal with the situation with Wendy and Seth, and leaving Sophie alone. When Louis suddenly leaves, Sophie felt very sad, confused, and hurt. For a moment, she wants to escape and run back to her life in London. And her best friend from the city, Cole, even offers to come to Cornwall to bring her back to London to help her get away from all the stress. But Sophie makes a big, brave, beautiful decision. She looks at Bella and Izzy, who are also scared, sad, and confused because their father is gone. Sophie remembers the sacred promise she made with Carrie, her late best friend. She realized that she cannot leave these children alone when they need her the most. She tells Cole that no matter how difficult things get, she will stay in Cornwall to protect and look after the two girls, and she chooses to put her love for the children first. While Louis is away, Sophie steps up. She takes full care of the house, the cooking, the school runs, and the girls. It is very exhausting, time, but it proves how deep her love is. And during these stressful times, Sophie discovers a life-changing secret. She finds out that she is pregnant. She is going to have a baby with Louis. This big surprise changed everything. At first, she feels shocked and scared, wondering if she can handle a new baby and two stepdaughters. But looking at Bella and Izzy, she realized that she is already a mother in their heart. This pregnancy makes her realize that she is now a deeply and permanently part of this family. With the help of friendly local neighbors, Sophie finds the strength to stand her ground. When Louis returns, they have a very honest and emotional conversation. Sophie tells him that they cannot build a family if they keep secrets and run away whenever things get tough. She reminds him that they need to face their problems together as a team. Louis apologizes sincerely and explains how much he needs Sophie. He realizes that he cannot do this without her and promise to be completely honest with each other from now on. The most touching part of the story is how Sophie strengthened her bond with all the children. One night, the girls are sitting in their pajamas, looking sad and uncertain about all the changes. Bella, who is 7 years old, looks at Sophie and says, "Aunt Sophie isn't our mom, is she? She'll be the baby's mom, but she won't be ours." This breaks Sophie's heart, but she used this moment to reassure them. She sits with them, hugs them tightly, and tells them that it is impossible for her to love anyone more than she loves them. She explains that even though she did not give birth to them, they are a real family because they choose to love each other and because of the promise she made to their mom, Carrie. Sophie also begins to build a relationship with the teenager Seth. Seth is angry and confused about his father, but Sophie approaches him with patience and simple kindness. She tells Seth that this whole situation is new for everyone. Being a father is new for Louis. Being a mother is new for her, and having a new family is new for him. She suggests that they take one step at a time. Seth appreciates her honestly and agrees to try. She even jokes about going fishing with Louis and being supportive big brother to the girls and the new baby. And at the end, everything comes together beautifully. Sophie finally stops staying at the Airbnb and fully commits to moving into the house with Louis, Bella, and Izzy. She accepts that their family is not traditional and perfect. It is messy, it starts by accident, and it can be very complicated. But most importantly, it is full of real, unconditional love. The novel ends on a very warm and positive note. Sophie learns that she does not need a perfect woman. She doesn't need to be a perfect woman to be a perfect mother for Bella and Izzy. She gives up her fear of commitment and embraced the beautiful chaos in the countryside and growing her family. And the story teaches us that family is not just about blood relation. Family is built by choices that we make every day. The promise we keep, the patience we show each other, and the love that hold us together during difficult times. And Rowan Coleman absolutely write a beautiful story that make us laugh and cry, showing that sometimes the best thing in life happens when we choose to stay and laugh. That's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.